Here. Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Sara Ivanhoe. I'm the yoga director here for USC. This is a series we've been doing on yoga for stress relief because that seems to be what everybody really needs right now. Um, with everything that's going on, we just sort of want to be taking this time to find our center and sort of just use movement and breath to be able to navigate through these turbulent times. What we're going to be working on today is just sort of the idea of letting go and kind of opening up to what's next. I think a lot of us have felt really kind of compressed and trapped by everything that's gone on this past year. So, the breath and movement, I would love you to just kind of think of every breath and movement we take as a way of sort of, as if you could sort of clear the field in front of you and just allow yourself to kind of plant the seed of like what's going to be next for you. We'll do some simple breath movement practices, and then we're going to end class today with a long restorative pose. I've got a couple of big pillows here that I'm going to use at the end. We're going to do a pose called Supta Baddha Konasana on these pillows. If you have some pillows on your sofa or your bed or whatever, just grab them and keep them handy. I'll show you how to use them later. If you don't have any, don't worry about that. Okay, so let's just start in a comfortable seated position with your legs crossed, however it feels right for you. And just take a moment, close your eyes, sit up nice and tall. And we've been learning Ujjayi breathing through our time together. So that is the breath that is in and out through your nose with a soft, hollow sound in the throat. Great, and then allow your eyes to open. We're just going to start with some very simple shoulder rolls. Shoulders going to roll up, back, and around. Continue breathing here. And then roll the shoulders the other way. Up, back, and around. Already feels better. And then let's try some head and neck rolls. So your head up and around. Very gently here. And then try rolling your head and neck the other direction. Okay, excellent. And then try changing the crossing of your feet, please. So whichever foot is on top or in front, go ahead and put the other one on top or in front. And now we're going to do rolls for the torso and chest area. So this always feels a little sticky at first, but I usually start with my chest forward and I roll to my right and then I pull back and then over to the side. And I just try to make some circles here. If possible, try coordinating that with your breath. And then let's try rolling the other direction. Great, excellent. And then try this. You're going to interlace your fingers, turn them inside out, reach your arms up over your head. And just a little bit of breath and movement here. You're going to bend your elbows out to the sides. Inhale. Squeeze your arms straight. Exhale. Inhale. Draw some energy in. Exhale, squeezing some tension out. Last one, deep breath in. And then exhale, arms squeeze straight. Great. And then go ahead and release your arms down. Okay, we're going to move on to our hands and knees. So go ahead and turn to the side. Move on to hands and knees. And we'll just do some cat-cow here. So you'll inhale, lift your heart up, sit bones up. That's your in-breath. And then exhale, round the spine, pull the belly in. Let's just do that on your own a few times. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale on your own. Great. And we're just going to repeat that cat-cow action, but I'm going to have you come onto your forearms. So bring your forearms to the floor. So the forearms are parallel. And then we're just going to cat-cow from here. This is going to open your shoulders up from a different angle. So inhale, lift your chest, lift your sit bones. And then exhale, round the spine, pull the belly in. And then back and forth on your own, inhaling and exhaling. Great, and then come back onto your hands and knees. And we'll do a gentle opposite arm and leg. So you're gonna pick your right arm up in front of you and your leg up and back behind you. Just pull the belly in. Reach out through the fingers and toes, getting a little length here. And then release down. And then on side two. Great, and then release down. We're going to take one downward facing dog pose. We're not going to be doing too much of this throughout the day, but curl your toes under and just try pulling your hips up and back away from your hands. Try pedaling your legs. And then bring your knees to the floor and then sit back on your heels. We've done this quite a bit the last couple weeks, child's pose. So just try sitting your hips back and allow your head to rest to the floor. And you may choose to bend your elbows out to the sides, turn your head to one side or forehead down, and just allow yourself to rest here for a moment. It's amazing how different you can feel after just a couple of minutes of movement. Just pause in child's pose for a moment and check in with yourself. How much tension has moved already? What areas of my body are still tense? How can I sort of aim into those spots and clear them out? And then you're going to slowly roll up and sit back on your heels. Okay, great. Now we've been doing this movement of the torso quite a bit today, and I'm doing that because this area gets very stuck when we're hunched over our computers and sunk into the couch, and there's it's like stagnation. and then tension all kind of builds up in here. So you're going to place your hands on your thighs. You're going to do same cat-cow movement. You're going to lift your heart up, shoulders back, dunk your head back for a moment. Take a huge inhale here. And then round your spine back, almost like you're pushing your knees away from you. And let's try this again. Inhale, open the heart. And then exhale, round the spine. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Great. And then come back to neutral spine. Excellent. So we're getting all of this kind of moving along with your breath. And now let's do a few more shoulder stretches. You'll take your right arm up and then bend your right elbow and pat yourself on the back here. You're going to take your left hand and reach around, grab onto that right elbow, and use your head to sort of press your right elbow backwards. And then slowly untangle, release it down. And let's get side two. You'll lift your left arm up, bend at the left elbow, grab onto it, pull that in. And as you do this, do just keep your belly in and ribs in slightly so you don't hyperextend the back. But close your eyes for a moment, get a mental image of your left shoulder, and try to clear the tension out. Great. And then release. And then from here, come up on your knees, and we're just going to have you turn to the side so you can see me a little bit better. We're going to do a pose called Parigyasana, or the gate. You'll take your right toes out to the right, so your right foot is pointing out to the right side, and I stay pointing straight ahead, a little belly in, tailbone down, and I'm going to lift up and over into a nice side bend here. Just trying to create space, open up the whole side of the body. If you feel like you're not feeling anything, try either rolling forward a little bit or rolling backwards a little bit. Great. And then come all the way up. And let's get that on the other side. So I ground my center, and then I just, from the center, lift up and over to the side. And come all the way up and then release. Nice. Okay. So from here, I'm going to have you cross your legs and sit back on your hips here. So we're going to do a little sort of forward bend series. I'll have you do this. Um, Take your left leg out to the left, flex your left foot, strengthen the leg, and pull your right heel sort of directly into you. So I'm here. And now for a moment, right now I'm pointing straight ahead, and I'm going to turn. I'm going to turn my whole body now to face the leg. So I usually start with my hands behind me to get a little bit of length in the body. And then I'm going to slowly guide myself down over the right leg. Now, if you can hold on to the foot, great. If you're way back up here, great. It doesn't really, this is not how you get graded in yoga, right? You want to go to a place where you're comfortable. And then here's the key. Close your eyes for a moment and try to relax within any shape that you're making. You're facing the leg, and then try to relax something. Okay, and then slowly come up. Now, right now I'm facing my leg. Now I'm gonna keep this leg extended, but I'm gonna just change the angle and everything. Again, I'm gonna bring this leg back to the center. Now I'm facing straight ahead, and you're gonna hit a different spot. So I'm gonna slowly go straight down the middle. My right knee is out to the right, my left leg is out to the left, and I am straight down in between both. I'm going to come to my forearms and just, I think this will be enough today. Close your eyes, soften your jaw, and try again that ujjayi breath in and out through your nose, hollow sound. Open the eyes. And now from here, I'm going to walk both arms towards that left leg, and I'm going to sort of stay low, and I'm going to come up and rotate my right arm up to the ceiling. So now I'm hitting very different spots than I was hitting before. Chest is open, and I've got my hand up. You can stay here. For me, I'm pretty flexible. I can get this arm to come over without collapsing forward, right? So this one, you want to stay lifted. If you can keep your chest up and grab for that foot, great. If not, the main thing is to keep your chest up. So you're experiencing, again, we're doing a lot of side body stretch. Okay, and then release. Oof, I really feel that. So come back and bring both feet together, knees open, and bring your hands behind you, lifting your chest up. Right now, we're not even going to fold forward. Just hands are behind you. So use them to press your chest up, and then just use your muscles in your legs to kind of squeeze your knees down as far as they comfortably go, not as far as they used to go, but that's fine. For a moment, lift your chest up, drop your head, aim some breath into the back of the neck. Okay. And then release this. That was a series of 3 stretches. We're going to get all 3 over on the second side now. Okay. So let's do that now. So now I'm taking my right leg out to the side. Remember, we started with a foot directly in, and then I had you turn your body towards the leg. So let's do that now. First, turn the body towards the leg. Again, I usually start with my hands behind me, and I press through the hands to lengthen. You'll notice one leg is more flexible than the other. I've got an old injury on this leg, so I don't go as far. I just decide that that's okay with me. Imperfection is okay. And then go ahead and release, just dropping the head down. And we will let this stretch cook for a few breaths. Close the eyes. Try to find the hollow sound with the breath. Aiming the breath into the tight or tense spots. Okay, and then come all the way up. So now I'm facing the leg. Now I'm going to come back to facing center. So I'm going to open that knee out to the side. And then I'm going to come straight down the center in between the two knees. And however far you go down, the main thing is you don't want to start tensing. If you tense up, back off. Close your eyes and practice relaxing on command. We are what we repeat. Whatever we do over and over again, we get good at. If we continually tense up, we get used to and get good at tensing up. Try to relax. And then slowly come back. Oh, come back. Here's what we did on side one. We came to the forearms. Great, thank you. I totally remember this as we were halfway there. So we're on the forearms, and then we stay low, and we walk over to that right leg, keeping that left arm down. Now, if this doesn't touch the ground on you, that's okay. You can be right here. That's fine, as far as you go. You want to stay down and open up. So it's going to hit totally different spot. I usually start with this hand straight up to the ceiling. So I feel the openness in my chest. And then top arm, reach it up and over. Keep your chest lifted. Great, and then come all the way up. And then are going to take that foot and bring it in. So we did this on side one. Both feet came together, and we're going to do this again. Again, have your hands behind you. But this time I sort of pick myself up and almost scooch my sit bones back a little bit. And I'm going to start to keep my spine long and reach. I pull my chin in, reach through the top of my head. I imagine the top of my head is pulling me forward. At one point, it's going to feel nice to have your hands come forward. May not. You might keep them back behind you. And I'm only coming forward gently. Again, I'm not tensing up. Nothing feels like I'm pulling or yanking. I'm just simply relaxing my way down. So it might feel nice to take the arms forward in front of you, or you can take them again into a pillow and rest your head. Some of you may enjoy taking the forearms or elbows to the insides of the thighs to guide them down. I always feel like I get plenty of stretch without pushing them. And I don't want to get greedy about where my flexibility is. So I just usually kind of leave those and draw my arms forward. If you are not able to breathe smoothly, it's usually a sign that you are in there too far. Like if you're like with the breath, it usually means you're stretching too much. One of the reasons we focus on breath in yoga
is a way of gauging our volume control. So you should be able to take an easy breath wherever you are. And if you can't, I encourage you to back off. Okay, and then come all the way up. We've got at least two more poses in this series. Okay, we did both side to side to side. And now you're going to take your hands inside the creases here of your thighs, and you're going to take your feet out. And again, don't be greedy or hungry about where your legs are here. I used to be much more flexible than I am now, and I could make a big drama of that. And there's just other things that are more important in life than how flexible I am. What does matter to me is how tense or relaxed I get to be. And that is my choice, right? So I just accept myself as I am. I take a couple breaths. I try to relax. Because letting go of the tension, that actually really affects the rest of my life. So maybe your forearms will come to the floor wherever you are. Make sure you are relaxed about it. How flexible your legs are is not going to affect how well you do your job or your schoolwork. Flexibility of your legs won't affect your relationships with your friends and family. But your ability to release tension on command, that's something that actually you can really take into your life. A few more deep, slow breaths. Try to clear the path so you can be open. Okay, and then slowly come up here. Then you're going to take both legs together in front of you. We've been doing a lot of forward bending. So you should be sort of semi warmed up for this one. Flex your feet and then just begin to guide yourself forward, but easy. You don't need to push your way down. And just try drop your head around your spine. And you're going to allow the spine to round because you're not pulling. So this is what we would call a yin style forward bend. I elongate my spine if I'm pulling myself down. But right now I'm just relaxing down, not pulling at all. I'm going to allow it to round slightly, especially feel the back of your neck open. Aim breath in between the shoulder blades. Okay, wonderful. And then come on up. Okay, that was a lot of forward bending. Let's do just a little twist to kind of counterpose all of that. I'm going to have you take your left leg over and your right leg under. Go ahead and press behind you, and then go ahead and grab onto the leg and pull your chest and leg together. Notice how I'm getting very tall here. I'm not rounding behind it. I'm lifting my chest up. And then if you feel like, oh, I got that, that's no problem. Go ahead and take your arm in further. Great, and then gently release it. And let's take side two. Okay, and then press behind you, get nice and tall. Reach around and grab onto the leg. So I always just start gently with a little lift. And then as it feels right, you can climb yourself in a little deeper. Okay, and then release. Okay, so I'm going to have you calm down onto your belly. I'm going to go ahead onto your belly. Oh, wow, already feels good after all that forward bending. Onto the belly and take a Sphinx pose. So, Sphinx pose, I'm on my forearms and I'm almost pulling, I'm isometrically pulling my forearms towards me as I lift my chest up. I'm just going to hold this for a moment. Again, you've done a lot of forward bending right now. So let's just feel the heart lift and try clearing out your lungs. Make some space in between the ribs. Great. Now from here, I'm going to have you roll onto your left arm. Yep. And actually, we should just do this. You're going to stretch your left arm out and you're going to come onto your left arm and put your left head in your hand and kind of come onto your side here, just like you're hanging out at the beach. I love this pose because it looks like we're not doing anything at first, right? Just for a moment, let your head be heavy in your hand and really almost let your belly like, just for a moment, close your eyes and see if you can just really sink into this. This is stage one. Allow your eyes to open now. This pose is called Anantasana or the sleeping Buddha pose. So we're here, and then I like to teach this way. Going to take your middle and index fingers and bring this knee up into the chest, and you're going to grab onto this foot. Now, with the knee bent, almost everybody can grab the foot like this. So everyone can do this pose. Some of you may have a strap or a towel at home. And if you want, you can wrap that around the foot instead. But I'm going to hold my toe. And then I'm just going to slowly straighten the leg a little and a little and a little. And you may keep your knee bent. You can keep it bent. And you might find that it magically straightens. And when you do, you might find that you naturally just roll onto your hip a little more and take the leg a little more up. But just for a moment, really allow yourself to sort of kick back into your hand. I usually close my eyes when I'm here so I can feel that this is an experience of relaxation. There are variations of this pose where you really try to balance on the outside of the hip. You engage the core, everything is engaged and kind of tensed up, and you in a balancing act is very strengthening and balancing. But for today, let's do the opposite. Instead, imagine you're a balloon that just got popped, just like and open your eyes now. Remember, coming out of the pose is as important as
climbing in. So you want to come out mindfully. And the way we got into the pose was through that Sphinx pose. So we'll come back to that. Onto the forearms. Pull the heart forward. Now this time I'm going to be turned away from you, but you remember what to do, all right? You're just going to kind of sink into your hand and lean your head in your hand. Bring the knees into the chest and just climb in. On the other side, you'll grab onto the big toe, pull the knee into the chest, pause, make sure you feel comfortable. And then just gently straighten as feels right to you. Notice again, your legs are not going to be even, and that's totally okay. Find your comfortable spot, and then let something relax. Long, deep breaths here. Okay, and then open your eyes and gently release and come back to that Sphinx pose on your forearms. And lift the chest up. Nice. And then just slide the arms back and press yourself back into that child's pose. So draw the knees in, sit your hips back on your heels, bring the forehead down. And then slowly roll up back on your heels. And we're going to take an Ardha Ustrasana, half camel pose. So come up onto your knees and go ahead and curl your left toes under, pull the belly in, tailbone down. Bring your left hand back and grab onto your left heel, or just onto the hip is fine. Left hand grabs the left heel. Take your right arm up and back behind you. And let's just let this cook for a little bit. And then come all the way up. And let's get that back bend on side two. Curl your right toes under. Take your right hand back. Left arm goes up and back behind you. Great, and then come all the way up. Let's again take a downward dog. Bring your hands to the floor. Curl the toes under and press the hips up and back behind you. And go for pedaling your legs. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. We'll just hang in a little forward bend here. So your knees are bent. Each hand grabs an elbow, let your head hang. Give a big shake. No, 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 no with your head. Oh, it feels so good on the neck. Big nod, yes, with the head. Yes, 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 yes. I get my whole body to kind of move with that. And then I'm going to drop my hands to the floor. And I'm going to move into a malasana squat, which we've done before. So I'm going to take my feet much wider. My feet are 45 degrees out to the side. I bend my knees with my chest up, like so. And then from here, I'm going to maybe drop my hips back till the heels are on the floor. And then maybe bring the palms together at the heart and lift up. Drop the chin slightly so the back of the neck is lengthened. Great, and from here I'm going to bring my hands behind me, lower the hips down to the floor. I'm going to reach the legs out in front of me. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do this first. Okay, change of plan. Okay, so we're going to do a little breath practice first. Let's see how we are. Okay, we're decent on timing. So I wanted to do this breath practice with you. This is called Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. I've been mirroring you up until now, but right now I'm going to use my right hand. So this is, you actually want to pick up your right hand. And you're going to take your index and middle finger and bring them to your palm so that you highlight your thumb and ring finger. Your thumb and ring finger are used to manipulate the nostrils. And what we're going to be doing, Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, we'll be breathing in through the left nostril, out through the right, back up the right, and out the left. Don't worry, I'm going to walk you through it so you'll know what to do. But the point of this practice is to again try to clear out any sort of sticky stuff and to allow ourselves to sort of, as we're all kind of out of balance, it helps us come into balance. Now you'll notice as you do this that one side might be tough to breathe through and the other side is easier. That's exactly the point. We're all a little out of balance. So we do this to discover where we are and to bring us into more balance, not to, don't have a drama or think there's something wrong with you. That's actually the whole point of the practice. Okay, so let's just try it together. Bring your hand up. Again, this is my right hand. Take your right thumb to your right nostril, and then all together, inhale through your left nostril. Left nostril, inhale. Now keep going. When you get to the top, pause, hold your breath, use your ring finger to close off that left nostril and exhale out the right. Right nostril, exhale. And then you'll go back up the right. Right nostril, inhale. Hold it. Close off the right nostril and exhale out your left. Left nostril, exhale. That's one round. Here we go again. Left nostril, inhale. Right nostril, exhale. Right nostril, inhale. Left nostril, exhale. Last time. Left nostril, inhale. Right nostril, exhale. Right nostril, inhale.
And left nostril exhale. Release your hands, both nostrils, ujjayi breath, inhale and hold. Hold. Ujjayi exhale. And now just breathe naturally. We're going to open the eyes and allow the effects of the breath work to come in and work on us while we take a restorative pose. So this restorative pose, I'm grabbing my two big pillows here. This restorative pose is called Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined goddess pose. I've got two big pillows so that are going to kind of support me when I lie back. Just grabbing my timer so I don't go over. And basically you go up to your pillows, and I'm going to bring my feet together and knees open. This is why we did so much of this at the beginning of practice, was to prepare for this so that we could come to the restorative pose and be relaxed. Now I've got this third pillow, as you can probably see, and I'm going to put it behind me. It's a little funny to get into it, but it's really worth it. And this is going to be to rest my head. So I usually take myself a little bit away from the pillows and I start to release back. And then as I do, I'll pick this up and I'll just place it underneath my neck. And this will be different for everyone. So as you can see here, I have my feet together and my knees just relax open. I've got my whole torso supported by these pillows or bolster, whatever you have. Take the arms either out to the sides, palms face up. So I'm going to really encourage you to do that because it kind of helps to open the chest. So I'm going to encourage you to keep the arms open, palms face up. Let's do it like that. Take a moment to move your face around, move your jaw around. Let's all take a deep breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. And then close your mouth. Soften inside the mouth. Allow your breath to slow itself down. See if you can allow yourself to relax and open. Open to what's next. If you are holding yourself up at all, see if you can try to relax more into the floor or pillows. And almost like you are a balloon that has just been popped. Imagine you could just relax more. Allow your eyes to become heavy. Okay, now the way we exit from this, you want to be really gentle. Bring your hands to the outside of your thighs and use your hands to press your thighs up and together. I usually feel a lot on the inner thighs, groin area. And then you want to just roll to your side and sort of clunk. So just whichever side, just kind of roll to the side. Let that top pillow just fall. Use your hands to press yourself up to sitting, but you're going to go right back down to the ground. So just move your pillows off to the side somewhere, somehow, and you're going to find your way all the way back down onto your back with your knees into your chest. Doesn't matter which way you face, just down onto your back, knees to chest. Ooh, toes just give a good crackle from that. And then let's try this twist. I'm going to take my right leg all the way over my left, like I'm sitting cross legs. And then I'm going to kind of move my hips to the right. Right leg is on top. I'm taking my right leg over to the left side. And then I'm going to stretch my right arm to the right. Look out over the right shoulder. Hug both knees into the chest. And then let's try side two. Left leg over the right and over into the twist. Look out over that left shoulder. And then both knees are going to come up into your chest. And now we're going to move into Shavasana, final relaxation. So take your legs all the way flat on the floor. Take the arms out to the sides. Move your fingers and toes for a moment. Make sure everything is tension-free, comfortable. Deep breath in through your nose. And then out through the mouth. Move your face muscles around, and then allow your face muscles to soften. Your eyes close, your mouth closes, and begin to soften inside of your mouth. Your eyes are closed, and begin to soften the muscles behind your eyes. Scan through your whole body. If there's a part of you that is still holding on, invite it to let go. Allow yourself to feel open and ready to receive your next chapter. That is going to conclude our session for this afternoon. Thanks again so much for joining me. We'll be here again next week. If you have requests, things you'd love for us to dive into, things you'd like for us to repeat, any of that, I'd love to get your feedback. Please feel free to email me. And it's great to be on the journey together. Thank you so much. Have a great night.